Hey survivors, what's up? Jokes here. This is a little 4th of July special, even though it's being recorded at 2:01 a.m. on July 5th. But I don't care. I'm still gonna call it a 4th of July special. Just got home a little bit ago. Trying to be kind of quiet because people are sleeping. But I thought you could guess off the title. I'm gonna bring you a little bit of a Q&A, just so you guys can learn a little bit more about me. Ooh, just farted. Sorry. Um, So, I guess let's get started. Uh, so, Sergeant Kodiak, my friend Kane, asked me what's the best game I've ever played. Um, well, I've played a lot of games in a lot of different series, and I'd have to say, I think the best game I've ever played might be Call of Duty, simply for overall. Like, I've played it with my friends, I've played it alone, I've played it with randoms, I've played the campaign. I really got through and through with it. Even though I'm a big fan of Battlefield, I just didn't have as much fun with it because, like, I couldn't play with friends and all that. So, yeah, I guess I'll say Call of Duty games. And I'd have to say, if I have to specify, Black Ops 2. So, yeah. Moving on. What was my first game? This, uh, all the questions except, hold on, let me take a couple steps back here. Um, I sent texts to like 2 or 3 of my friends, and Kane was the only one that replied, and he gave me a question, so I asked his question first, and then now the rest of the questions are just ones that I came up with. Um, I got 1 kill, yay. So, what was my first game? My first game was actually a Care Bears game for the VTech, very long time ago, when I was like 2 or 3, back at my mom's townhouse in Tennessee. So, Mama Jug's townhouse. Yeah, those are some good times. I liked that townhouse, of what I can remember of it. Ah, boo. Anyway, question 3. What was my first system? Well, as you guys could probably guess based off my answer to the last one, it was a VTech. So, yeah. Number 4, Battlefield or COD? Uh, oh boy. I like Call of Duty a lot because I actually get to play with my friends and stuff, but for overall, like, potential and, like, just the features of the game and everything, I would definitely have to say Battlefield, because I like the whole destructible environments, I like the vehicles, I like the large maps with empty areas and full enclosed areas. So, sorry to Call of Duty fans out there, but I prefer Battlefield. Next one, Saints Row or Grand Theft Auto? This one really depends, because I enjoy them both for, like, just overall gameplay. So it depends on whether I'm in a mood for serious or if I'm in the mood for God of War. God of War mood, I would play Saints Row, because you can absolutely Shrek everything and everyone in that game. But Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto is more of the realistic approach. So, although I would say I would probably pick GTA if I had to choose, it would be GTA. And I promise, guys, this is the next this or this question. It's Xbox or PlayStation. And this one's a bit difficult because a majority of my gaming time was on a PlayStation 2, and I really liked it. It was like my first. It was the first system that I owned, or what was the first system that was passed down to me from anyone, and it was my dad before it was mine, and it was nice to have and put a little bit of family value into it and stuff. And then my Xbox, I wanted an Xbox for the longest time because everyone at school was always talking about how they played Xbox, and then they were talking about Call of Duty, and I said I play Call of Duty because I played it on the Wii. And then they were like, well, I mean, a lot of stuff's different with the Wii. So, yeah, it makes it very difficult because I really like Xbox, but I really like PlayStation too. So, I'd say PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation. So, yeah. Moving on. Number 7. What do I want in an FPS game? Well, Battlefield pretty much has just about everything I want with an first-person shooter game. I like the whole big open areas and small enclosed areas and just overall large map. I do like destruction. I do like the vehicles. I like because it makes it all really realistic too. But there are a couple things I wanna kind of add on there. Like, ooh, sorry. I want to have like the ability to customize, and I know this is something that bugs a lot of people. Like, they always say, a lot of people, like especially the multiplayers, if you watched my 5 kinds of gamers list, the multiplayers, they with Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, they just don't really mess with the customization stuff. And I think Black Ops 1 did it too, so yeah. So I like the whole customization thing, but don't make it like a whole bunch of wacky stuff like Advanced Warfare had and all these like Kraken and stuff like that. It's just weird. I want it to be serious customizations. It's just I like to have it, you know, it's just kind of a me thing. It'd be nice if instead of calling it like engineer, well, still have engineer and stuff like that, but like have military branches instead of like engineer and all that. So like when you spawn in, you can have access to driving naval vehicles if you're a marine. You can have access to driving or piloting like aerial vehicles if you're in the Air Force. You can have access to repairing repairing aerial vehicles and naval vehicles if you're an engineer for one of those classes. Like when you click on one of the branches, then click on engineer, assault, this and that, you know. So yeah, I'm kind of going a little bit into depth with this. if you're in the army, you'll have access to like all ground vehicles and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go much more into depth. I think I'll probably record another video going into depth on that because that's a kind of a nice idea that I came up with. I better finish here. Alright, 8. My favorite Call of Duty Zombies character. Now, this is World at War, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2 Zombies storyline. And I would have to say Takeo Misaki. Now, some of my friends and some of you guys, I think you guys actually all know, or at least all my current 3 survivors. I think you guys all know that I'm part Asian, and Takeo Misaki. I don't know why, I just like him. I have a natural liking for him. And, yeah, moving on. Sniping or close-up battles? I prefer sniking. Not sniking. What's sniking, guys? What is sniking? Sniping. Even though I suck at it. I just like using the sniper rifle and everything. And finally, the last question. Favorite thing in most free roam games. Now, some free roam games, like very little, but some don't offer the ability to do this. But I enjoy driving. Weren't expecting that, were you? Alright guys, that was my video. And keep your gas masks close. I'll see you next time.